everything you need to know about getting leads into your funnels with your Dream 100, traffic you control, earn, and now own. So we're talking about traffic you own and how to follow up with your actual new leads, right? So secret number 6, follow-up funnels, are going to show you how to take these leads that you now own and send them email sequences and follow-up funnels to now make a profit. All right, so our agenda today, secret number 6 agenda, we're going to go over my biggest takeaway, how to increase the value of your list from $1 to beyond, grow your list quickly, multidimensional follow-up funnels, that's a handful right there, multidimensional follow-up funnels, the 3 closes, emotional, logic, and fear. No, we're not talking about like scaring your audience. We're talking about urgency and scarcity, fear of loss, fear of missing out, things like that. Number 6 is soap opera versus Seinfeld emails and the difference between them and how you can start writing them today. And number 7 is how we're actually going to implement secret number 6 into your business, where I'm going to walk you guys through everything from getting a domain, email address, to setting up active campaign and starting to set up your list and email sequences, just like we're talking about right here in this training. All right, so my biggest takeaway, the fortune is in the follow-up. You guys have probably heard this before. Fortune is in the follow-up. So David Frey, one of Russell Brunson's mentors, said a study done by the Association of Sales Executives revealed that 81% of all sales happens on or after the 5th contact. If you're a small business owner and you're only doing 1 to 2 follow-ups, imagine all of the business you're losing. Not following up with your prospects and customers is the same as filling up a bathtub without first putting the stopper in the drain. All right, and that's a great example. So if you're only sending out your first funnel, your first opt-in page, right, and you're collecting a lead with the lead magnets we went over the previous days, and you're not following up with your leads, then what are we even doing, right? If you're breaking even on the front, most people don't even break even on the front end offer. You're going to be losing money. So how do we make money long term? How do we keep growing that list and provide value so that they come through our value ladder and ascend through our value chain? All right, so let's talk about increasing the value of your list, because as you guys know, we discussed yesterday that every one person on your list is usually about $1 per month recurring revenue. All right, so from front end funnels to a follow-up funnel, how we get that $1 to go more like $15, $20 to $100 per person on your list, right? So what we're looking at right here is basically a diagram of the 4 front-end funnels that ClickFunnels and Russell Brunson use to get people into their follow-up funnels. So things like the .com Secrets book, the 108 Split Test book, which I actually came into ClickFunnels world because of that book, Perfect Webinar Secrets, and Marketing Your Car MP3. So these were 4 front-end funnels that he used in his business, right? If you look at the numbers here, I'm not going to bore you with numbers, but he acquired 14,000 new leads from these funnels and a total profit of $14,417. So they're about $1 per person. So he's getting paid $1 per person to build his list the way he was doing this. So most people will lose money on these types of offers, but if you could just break even or even just be $1 or $2 profitable, you're getting paid to build your email list through paid ads, right? Which again, I don't currently do, but this is everything I'm working to build towards. The more I understand this, the more I know how it works, and you guys can too. All right, so now once you have that lead that you made $1 on, you don't have a successful business yet, but that's where follow-up funnels comes into place. All right, so you're going to take people from your front-end offers, and you're going to start to introduce them into your value ladder. For example, for Russell Brunson, it's the free book. Oh, I'm sorry, it's the One Funnel Away Challenge is the next step. It's $100, and then from there it is Funnel Builder Secrets. It's a year-long subscription to ClickFunnels in the full suite, and then you get into the Collective, which is his higher-end offer now, his coaching program, and so on. All right, so that makes sense. So in one 30-day period after he introduced those 14,000 new leads into his funnels with the One Funnel Away Challenge, and with that webinar that sold Funnel Builder Secrets, which was a year-long subscription to ClickFunnels, he made $234,000 in 30 days. All right, so that shows you how to take people and ascend them into your value chain. And you can't do this without follow-up funnels or emails. So I hope that makes sense to you guys. Very basic, I know, but it's something people don't fully understand how to break this down piece by piece. So that's what I'm gonna do for you guys right here today. All right, so growing your list quickly, and this is the secret to growing your list with paid ads or without, if you're gonna go the route of earning your way in. But either way, you wanna take earned traffic or control traffic and make it traffic you own that's on your list. All right, so let's say a new lead is acquired through your front end offers, and you're just breaking even on it, which would be amazing. So it means you're getting free leads. In Russell's case, he was getting paid $1 each lead, which is just great. Then you're gonna start emailing them. You see you provide them more value. And for me, through my indoctrination series, I'll go through what I do with people when they come in through my front end funnels and what I'm doing in those emails. But essentially, we're taking them through a process of introducing our next funnel, right? So our front end funnel gets them as a lead. We break even. Now we want to introduce them to our free book or our free course or our lead magnets, the things that they're actually going to be able to go consume and educate themselves so they're able to climb through your value chain. So Russell Brunson sells One Funnel Away Challenge because it educates his people that come in through his opt-in funnels or his break-even funnels, front-end funnels, and he gives them one funnel away challenge because that's going to educate them enough to the point where they understand what ClickFunnels is, and then they end up buying it for an entire year because they see the value behind it. They see the people having success with it. So that's how this kind of works. And this is called funnel stacking. So you're in a funnel stack, and it's after you sell them into your first follow-up funnel, direct them to the next step in your value ladder. In this case, it would be Funnel Builder Secrets webinar, right? Well, I think now there's a new step, and that's One Funnel Away Challenge, which then goes into the Funnel Builder Secrets. All right, so it's called funnel stacking. So here's what it all looks like together. You have your front end funnel, and this is going to be your lead magnet where you could generate a lead, and then you start selling. You sell them into, something like One Funnel Away Challenge, or maybe you have your own book that you're selling, and then that's going to take them to a webinar funnel. So these first 3 emails say, hey, we'll go through what these actually say here, but it's going to be a soap opera sequence. It's your Seinfeld, and we're going to do that for each level of these offers. So once they're here and you take them through this value stack, this funnel stack, instead of just emailing them, you could actually start collecting retargeting emails, phone numbers, and things like that, even through Facebook Messenger. So Russell kind of goes into how he retargets, but we're going to cover that more on secret number 9. But once you have this in place, when someone buys something from you, like say if they opt into your free book funnel and you break even, right? You now have things like their phone number and where they live, and maybe even add them on Messenger. And now you could be not just send them emails, but retarget them with multidimensional follow-up funnels. So you have ads you can retarget them with, Facebook Messenger, text messages. But if you guys are just starting out, I would recommend just starting with building an email list. It's really the most powerful thing you could do. You guys see my name on the leaderboard not only because of this community, Buying Traffic Secrets with my link, but also because of my email list that I'm able to send messages to. And I've only had that email list for a year now, if you guys think about it. When I started my Facebook group just about a year ago, I didn't have an email list. The only reason I have an email list is because people opt into my Facebook group, which is my front end funnel, right? And then my other front end funnels, which I'm going to show you guys here in a second. So the most important part of getting your leads is to get them into your next offer. And to do that, Russell starts talking about his 3 closes. And this is the most powerful way to get someone to take action, and it's by using emotion. All right, so your first email sequence that goes out to them when they opt into your email capture page or whatever it might be is going to be your first series of your soap opera sequence. The whole purpose of soap opera is to relate to them, gain their trust, and you do this through taking them through emotional closing, logical, and fear closing. All right, so for example, for my emails, I'm usually delivering the thing, which is indoctrination, and then I'm giving them more information about how they could get trained by videos that I've created for them for free. So I'm giving value, and then I start telling them stories about how I got started, why I got started in internet marketing, hoping that the people that do read those emails, it resonates with them and that they feel like they're on the same path and they know that I'm just one step ahead and I can actually show them how to do this thing. And when you go through those, you're actually going to provoke emotion and then show them the logical step that they should be taking forward, which is signing up to ClickFunnels. And then, of course, there's scarcity and things like that where prices go up on the fear emails. So you have 3 types of buyers: emotional, logical, and fear. Sometimes it's going to take someone, 50% of people that buy, they're going to buy based on emotion, and that's going to be like the headline or the story at the top, and they're just going to go right away and buy that book, right? A lot of you guys don't need to go any further. The next step of people, they need more logical sense. They need to go read. If you guys are the people that read the sales pages and read all the fine print and all the copy, you're logical. You buy based on logic. All right, some of you guys just need a little bit more. I refer to you because I'm definitely an emotional buyer. I buy everything right off the story. I'm like, oh, I need that. Let's go. Logical arguments. So that's 30%. Then the last 20% people buy just need that little push. Like, hey guys, we're cutting this off at midnight on Sunday night, or try to take away bonuses at midnight on Sunday night. So that last little bit, some people of you guys will wait till last minute to buy the Traffic Secrets book until it's, April 4th is the last day to get it. With all the bonuses everyone's giving. So, the last 20% of people that buy that book will probably be then. And the whole point of this is to, when you're writing emails and you have your soap opera sequence built out, these are the 3 most important things you want to be conveying to them. All right, so soap opera sequence is 3 to 5 emails. Keep them reading, build relationships, and provide value, taking them through all 3 closes: emotional, logic, fear, to guide them into your first funnel. So the whole purpose of the soap opera sequence after they opt in is to take them into your next offer, right? And then same thing here, take them to your next offer. And that's called your follow-up funnels. All right, and then after they've opted in through all this, whether they bought or not, they're gonna get sent to your broadcast email list, and that's called Seinfeld. So these are your daily broadcasts or your weekly broadcasts, your newsletters, whatever you're doing each week or day. Right now I'm writing email a day just because we're in the middle of a huge campaign for Traffic Secrets for the Russell Brunson launch. That's why we're doing all this, right? And the daily sequences come after soap opera sequence. So after people have already entered your world, right? They've been indoctrinated, they've gotten the freebie you promised them, and now they know a lot about you, they know where you're from and like what you're doing, and now they're getting your emails with your offers. So these daily broadcasts usually have a hook and then tell a story and ties back to your core offer or your new offer or promotions or whatever you're selling at the time. For me right now, all my emails are starting off with a hook, going to a story each day. Like yesterday was, hey guys, I'm now in top 10, thank you so much, and I want a pair of these red and blue Apple EarPods, but I don't really want them, so I'm going to give them to you. If you guys purchase this book before midnight tonight, I am going to give you guys these highly coveted, and they are highly coveted. People like pay you money for them, but don't. You should keep them. They're awesome. And you'll get these things if you buy through my link. If you buy another book, you get 10 more entries. So see what I'm doing here? I'm actually hooking you with an email, telling a story about what's going on throughout the process of this entire campaign, and then giving you an offer. Buy before midnight tonight, and you're going to be entered into winning those EarPods that I won from Russell. So that's kind of how my daily Seinfeld email sequences are currently working out. But I want to go a little bit further and show you guys like my actual funnels that I'm using as my front end. These are my front end funnels, and this doesn't show my Facebook group, but my Facebook group is my biggest front end funnel. If you guys think about it, you go to my Facebook group, I ask you 3 questions. Number 1 is, do you have ClickFunnels? Yes or no. Number 2 is, what do you want to learn most about ClickFunnels? Right now I know what my audience wants to learn. I teach those things in that group, in this group right here. Third thing is, what's your email address so I can send you my free course? All right, so then same thing with this. This is offer my free course. This one's offering a checklist, 15-step checklist to launch your funnel without any mistakes. This one's my 5-day free challenge, which is, we just did our first run about 2 weeks ago, and we'll do another one shortly. But I'm going to be doing them live, so we're going to have some time between them. But these are my front end offers, guys. And it took me a year to develop these, and there's other ones, but these are probably my 3 best ones. And the whole point of this is to get people in, and then we want to indoctrinate them. When they opt in here, we collect their email or phone number, whatever kind of information you're gathering. For me, it's just name and email. I deliver what I promised. So in this case, it's a free course or it's the 5-day challenge. And then I send them emails to set them up for success. So I'm giving them a resource every day and explaining like, hey, I made this video for you and explains this, right? This is the first way to monetize ClickFunnels. And then they're going to get another email saying, hey, this is a second way to make money with ClickFunnels, and then so on. After about 5 days of providing value, I bring them to my soap opera sequence, and this is where I start to tell my story about how I got started in all this, why I do what I do, and why I provide so much value, because I was that person who was stuck without a mentor to give me these kinds of things. So I feel like I need to give back and provide the path to success for people that are being left behind, that aren't signing up to ClickFunnels without a mentor. All right, and then Seinfeld sequence is put into your main bucket to your broadcast. So once they go through your indoctrination series from these opt-in funnels that you created, you start telling them your story, get to know, like, and trust, and then you put them into your main bucket, which is Seinfeld, and that's just your broadcast list that you now can broadcast to. So I think my list is just around 10,000 people. I just cleaned it, so it's probably a little less. But you know, a year ago, again, I didn't have anything. So today I really want to walk you guys through the process of setting up everything, right, from start to finish. So let me exit out of here, and I'm actually going to walk you guys through getting your own domain. I'm also going to, let's see, there we go. Cool. All right, so next step is what we're gonna do is we're actually gonna go and set this up for you guys. So if you guys already have this up, awesome. If not, when I first started this journey, I actually used ClickFunnels $97 plan. I didn't have money to pay $297 a month for the full suite. So as time has gone on, I just stuck with ActiveCampaign. So I personally use ClickFunnels and ActiveCampaign for my email marketing. Obviously, if you're in the full suite, go use Actionetics. I just find ActiveCampaign to be more simple to follow. And it's just what I know, and I know a lot of people here are new and they're not on the full suite, so that's why I'm teaching how to set up ClickFunnels and ActiveCampaign today. All right, so I'm going to share my screen. I'm actually going to take you guys through the process of buying a domain with Google, setting up G Suite, taking that professional email, which like mine's doug@dougboughton.com, for example, and then we're going to set up an ActiveCampaign account, and from there I'm going to actually go and show you how to create a list, an automation sequence that goes through soap opera sequence, Seinfeld sequence, indoctrination, indoctrination, soap opera, Seinfeld. All right, cool. So let's do that. I'm gonna share my screen. We're gonna jump right in. And you guys, if you guys haven't done this yet, definitely either do it now or like you could come back and play this later and follow the steps throughout this process. And honestly, I'm not sure how long it's gonna take, but it's gonna be a good one. So let's jump in. So I'm into my own incognito tab because I already have an ActiveCampaign account and a G Suite account. So I'm just going to type in Google Suite.com or Suite. I think it's just G Suite, gsuite.google.com. All right. So we're going to go here and we're going to go get started. That's just G Suite, suite.google.com. So business name, just me, United States, perfect. Contact info. All right, so I'm gonna say no, I don't have, I'm gonna buy a brand new domain right now. So I'm gonna say no, I need one. All right, so I'm gonna search for a domain name. Let's do, actually, let me think about a domain I could actually use right now for myself. Yeah, that one's good. All right, next. So I'm gonna stop sharing for a second, but I'm just filling out my basic information here. You guys could see how this works. Okay. All right, share this again. All right, so my username is gonna be Doug. You can make it like help or info or sales or support, whatever you guys like. I usually use Doug for mine. All right, password, create a password. I'm not a robot. Agree and continue. If you guys already have an email and domain set up, you don't have to do this. I'm just taking guys that don't have this through start to finish of how to do this entire process. And if you guys have any questions as I go through this, please ask because it's going to help me make it a better training for you. Somebody said, Drew said, how did you get the book already? They weren't shipping it until May. I was lucky enough to be on one of their lists to get a first copy. So I got like a soft cover preprint, I guess. So I guess, yeah, I'm excited about it. They sent it to, I think, the top affiliate. So because I was probably on the One Funnel Away Challenge leaderboard, they probably recognized that I was going to promote this one. They sent me a copy. And here I am teaching it. So it worked for them. All right, let's see. Use another one. This someone's personal Google account. Okay, let's try support. That's weird. Oh, come on. All right, bear with me, guys. Going through this one more time. All right, let's jump back in. All right, let's check out that one. This should work. Now, I'm probably have to put my credit card information in, so I might have to hide this one more time. Verifying. And the purpose you guys want your own custom domain email is because it's not going to let you work with ActiveCampaign without it, or it's not going to work as good. All right, so I'm going to get G Suite for Business. And if you guys don't have it, there's probably cheaper ways to do this, but I like keeping everything with Google because it's just easier that way. And I'm a fan of Google Suite. All right, let me hide my information again for a second and fill out my credit card info. Oops. Ooh. All right, then I'm just hitting next. And I'm going to let this load here, and then continue to admin console. So this is done. So now I have Doug at salesfunnelmasterycourse.com. You guys can create an email that you know you're going to have and to keep. So from here, I'm going to go to ActiveCampaign. So what you guys could do, and if you do me a favor, if you guys actually go through and look at the link above this video, if you're watching this inside my course area, it's going to be a button below, and it's going to be guiding you to set up an ActiveCampaign account. I do get credit for this, so just letting you guys know, that's why I'm going to be providing you guys these kinds of trainings to help you grow your email lists for those of you who are signing up with ActiveCampaign. All right, so I'm going to go up here, start a new window, and just paste that link in there. Or you guys should just click it. I'm just going incognito because I already have an ActiveCampaign account, so I'm starting up from scratch. So here, I'm going to start my free trial. We're going to do Doug at salesfunnelmastery.com. Oh, course.com. So this is the one I just bought. Start your free trial. Yep, okay, just double checking my email. All right, what is your name? Let's see, I am online education. Here we go. How many employees do I have? How many contacts? Right now, in this specific account, I have less than 500, so I'm just going to do that. All right. Okay. Next, I'm going to type in ClickFunnels. Let's see if anything comes up. Nope. All right. Whatever. Create your password and then go to set up account. All right, so I just created a brand new ActiveCampaign account here. And the first thing I want to do is create a campaign or create a list. So let's go to view our, let's see. I'm not going to import my contact list, but I'm going to build an automation. The first thing I want to do is build the automation and create a list. So they've already created a list, it looks like. Build automation. Actually, you know what? Let's exit out. First thing I want to do is go to lists. Go to list. And what happens is I create lists for every type of product I sell. So for example, if you guys are starting out and you have a Facebook group and you want to add anyone who joins your Facebook group's email to this list, I think that's the best place to start. That's what I did last year. So I'm just going to take you guys through what I've done over the last year. So we're going to hit edit, and I'm going to call this list name joined my Facebook group. So the URL is like if you have the URL of your Facebook group. And if you don't know, just go copy and paste it. And you want to let them know why they're receiving these emails. Because you joined my free Facebook group. Okay, so now I have a list created. And the importance behind that is because once they've been added to this list, they're going to be added to an automation. So that's our next step. We're going to go here. We're going to click automations. And we are going to create an automation. Start from scratch, continue. And what we're going to do is start a trigger. So when they subscribe to a list, we're going to hit continue. So when they subscribe to that list we just created, it's not registering here right now, but it's probably this one because we changed the name of it. So this should turn into join my free Facebook group once, and then add start. So I just want to double check what's up with that list real quick, just to make sure it's saved correctly. Yeah, that's right. List name, save. Okay, cool. Go back to automations. All right, and then we're going to name this one. So go to edit automation. And this is going to be, we're going to rename it indoctrination. Facebook group indoctrination. Indoctrination. I hope that's spelled right. Indoc. Okay, close enough. That's not. Don't hate me on my small scales. All right, so when they get added to this list, right? Join my Facebook group. Start. That is going to be the start of your first email sequence. So if you want them to wait, you could put a wait on it by going condition and workflow and hit wait. And then you could do wait for a specific time, and maybe it's 1 hour. I would just do it right away though, right? Just get the first email sent out. As soon as they join your Facebook group and they're added to that list, let's send their first email. So we're going to go to sending options, send an email, and we're going to create our first email. This email is just for our eyes. It's not the subject line. So this one is going to be Facebook group and number 1, create. All right, so now we're going to actually write the email. And I just like a simple plain email. Like, so I just do one from, let's do, no, I think I used this one here, and I just delete all the stuff out of it. So subject line number 1 is like, they're joining our Facebook group, so you don't need anything catchy here. Just let them like know, hey, it's me, you joined my Facebook group, here's a free gift. So I'm just gonna go, thank you for joining Sales Funnel Mastery, free gift. Because usually people give out a free gift when they join their group, right? So you should have some kind of lead magnet you're giving. All right, and then in this email, let me just show you, I'm not gonna do like a copywriting session here today. I just wanna show you guys how to structure these and what should be covered in each one, right? So if you go to delete this, I'm gonna delete all this stuff too. And you could keep if you want to, but I don't know how this affects deliverability with pictures and stuff like that. This you have to keep. You want to save. This is how they unsubscribe. You don't want to mess up with that. And then up here, so this first email, you're going to want to have, obviously, these emails look like this: hook, story, offer. The hook is free gift, however you want to word it. Your story is you join my Facebook group. Here is how it can help you. Like, what did they get out of joining your Facebook group? Why do they want to keep tuning in? And then the offer is going to be actually give them the link to get the free gift. And for me, my link is actually my sign-in link to go create your username and password, which is, I'm just gonna leave this in here. If you guys don't have this, you should go in here because it's awesome. And I'm updating it as we speak, and it's gonna be great. This is my free course that I give everyone in this group. So sfmcourse.com/create login. I don't know why I'm writing that. Create login. Perfect. So this, if you want to make it a link, and this is not how your guys' emails should look, by the way. I'm just saying, like, here's the structure of each of these emails because I can't spend all day and taking your time to actually write out emails with you. For me, it takes me time to sit down and write my emails. If you're not the best at copy, just think about these frameworks. Like, all right, I gotta hook them, I gotta tell them a story, I gotta give them an offer, the thing I promised them. Doug, I love PS lines, you guys know it. I always ask people to reply, please reply with what your #1 goal is for the next 30 days. Something like that. That's probably a horrible one, but like, I want to know more about them. And when they reply to your email, especially your first email that you're sending them, it's going to whitelist you. It's going to put them in your priority inbox. So I would ask something that you know that they would like answering, like something like, tell me about your business. Please reply and let me know a little bit about where you are in your business. Starting 1 year in, 2+ years in, so forth, right? So that's usually the structure of my first email. I make sure to get the gift, and then I'm gonna save and exit. And I'm not gonna turn this on until I actually am ready to go live. So right now it's inactive. If you wanna make it active, don't forget to do this step later. Make sure I don't forget to do that step later. All right, so now they get their first email. Hey, here's my free course. Check it out. And then I'm going to do this. Condition workflow, if else, select condition. This might be a little bit more advanced for you guys. You guys don't have to do this, but it's the next best step. And I'm going to go to actions. If they have opened, right? So let's say has clicked on link, has not clicked on link, has opened the email under this first email. So have they opened? If it's yes, I'm going to keep sending them cool stuff. If it's no, I'm going to get them back to this email goal, which is, we need to add a wait. Yep. So let's wait 1 day. I like to wait 1 day in these email sequences. All right. So if they did not open that first email, we got to get them going here. And actually, more importantly, I'm going to show you guys a little ninja trick here. Actually, let's do action has clicked on link. And the link is going to be, it should pull up the link. There it is. Okay. So let's go a step further. Let's say if they have not clicked the link in this email, because if they didn't click the link, it means they're probably not opted in. They didn't go create an account in my free course. And the whole purpose of this indoctrination is to get them into the free course, show them like the value you're giving to them. So if they say no, I'm going to send them another email. And it's going to look very similar to this first email, so they didn't even like click on the link, but it's going to be another one saying, hey, like, here is lesson #1. This is I teach you guys how to actually go out there and design sales funnels and sell them to people. I made this video just for you. You could log in right here, right? I'm not going to keep doing this for you guys because I don't want to take up too much of your time, but I think you guys see the structure of how this works. Then I'm going to do the same process here. If they don't open that one or don't click on the link again, I'm going to send them one more email. It's going to say, hey, here's day #2 video. This one is going to teach you how to go out there and start getting leads for local businesses using ClickFunnels. And then the third email is a video of me showing them how to sell physical products. And then the fourth one is how to create their own course and make member areas. And then the fifth video is, hey, like if you aren't ready for any of that, then maybe that's why you're not opening this. What if I could teach you how to promote ClickFunnels and sell ClickFunnels to do what I've done, and so forth. Now, if they didn't do any of those things, let me actually just do one demonstration for you. I'll just use that one as an example. If they do open the link, right? So conditions, if else, action, has clicked on link, and it's a yes. All right, so they click on the link in this email. We'll wait 1 day to give them time to do that. If they do, I'm going to send them back up here to this step, because now we're going to get them back on track. So the whole goal of this email sequence is to get them into my free course. Once they go create the free course, we're going to click on here, and we're going to go to action step. And what you do is just drag this right up here. Oop, let's see. Come on. Okay, well, let me anchor. Maybe I need to make the next step. All right, so let's do wait 1 day. We'll create this email. This is usually my resource email. So in this email, I'm going to give them a resource. This is a link that brings them to a PDF of all the resources I use in my business. And what's cool about this is I actually have all my affiliate links in there. So free resources for you. All right. I'm not going to go through this just yet. Just use that as an example. Okay, save and exit. Okay, let's see. So now I think we could do this. So we could move them right up to here. Perfect. That should work. So what this looks like, I know this is probably confusing for you guys, but if you're following along, we sent them one email when they joined our Facebook group, and it says, hey, go get this free course I've created for you. Take advantage of this. If they did not click on that link in this email, they are brought down this path until they do. Once they do, we're going to get this orange here, and we're going to put that right to the next yes path, which is giving them a free resource. And then from here, I'm just trying to give value. I'm trying to get them to know, like, and trust me. After this point, once they've gotten to your free course, it's our next goal to take them through soap opera sequence. So we're actually going to exit out of here. I do want to send them to another automation, but right now we can't until I make that next automation. So I'm going to hit active on this, and we're just going to go to automations and start a new automation. So create automation, start from scratch, hit continue. This one is going to be called, let's see. We're going to do this one based on a tag, all right? So this one's going to be a tag is added, hit continue. Ooh. The tag is going to be SOS, soap opera sequence. All right, so now we name this one, it's going to be called soap opera. And then I'm going to go back to my other automation, our first indoctrination. We're going to edit. And we're going to go to this. We're going to go to conditions, wait 1 day. And then we're going to go here. We're going to do end this automation. And we want them to go to another automation. So, okay. Let's see. Actually, I don't want that. Hold on one second. Bear with me, guys, for this one. Split, go to another action goal. Okay, start another automation. That's what I want. Start another automation. And automation 2, I guess I didn't name it and save it. So there we go. And eventually, if they don't do any of this, guys, I would just send them to the next automation 2. So I would say start another automation, apply, save. So after you've sent like 5 emails and they're still not clicking on to create an account or create your lead magnet, whatever it is, then I would just end it and send them to the next one. So we're going to go to automations. We're going to go edit automation number 2 now. So that's our indoctrination. Now we are going to go and actually warm these people up, tell them some stories, motion, logic, and fear-based emails that will get them to take action with you. So again, I'm going to name this soap opera. And hit save. That should do it. All right, so I want to change the trigger on this one because I don't think that's right. So let me just change this. We're going to add start trigger. I believe they're just going to be sent to this one automatically. Because when they end the other one, this should just basically start the sequence automatically for you. All right, so we're going to send them an email. Create an email. And this is where we get into like telling them a story. At this point, they should have consumed your freebie or like your free course or your product that you gave them up front. And now it's time to like let them know a bit about yourself. And what we want to do is start using our soap opera sequence, a minimum of 3 emails. So in this case, if we did just do 3 emails, I want to name this one. This is going to be our emotion. All right, so emotional selling. And that's not going to be your like title of your email, but I'm just showing you guys as an example. So the title of this one, it could be like mine is I think it's like 144K in debt. Right, so I talk about my story of how I was, or it could be like my debt in 4 years. So it's basically like you're telling them a storyline of, you know, in my case, I'm telling them why I'm doing this. Like, why did I seek out digital marketing? What fueled me and what got me passionate about this? And this whole story is going to be about how I went to college, racked up a ton of debt. And, you know, through that debt, I couldn't even pay my bills. So I had to go out there and find another source of income. And that was how I found digital marketing. And I went on this whole journey of how I went on digital marketing. I tried MLM, I tried e-commerce, I tried all of this. So basically I'm bringing them on almost like a Epiphany Bridge story. So if you guys don't understand that, you actually could go into Wonderful Way Challenge if you haven't taken it, or anything in these 2 books, which you guys will be teaching them soon. But this is going to teach you about the Epiphany Bridge story. And you're going to take them on that journey with you so they get to feel like the emotions that you felt. And then through that, you're saying like ClickFunnels is the most logical step, and here's why, because this is why it works for me. So your first email is just going to tell a story that leads to the next story. So if you think about what soap operas do, they actually hook you at the end of the first episode to get you to watch the next one, right? So that's why they call it soap opera. So in this story, you're going to start telling with the story, hook to next one. So like tomorrow I'm going to email you, blah, blah, blah. Let's see, another thing I'm trying to think of how I could convey this. So this is gonna be hooked to tomorrow or next email, hooked to next email. Like, why do they want to open the next email you're gonna send them? Tell them what to look out for, right? So that's pretty much the purpose of these next few emails. This first one is gonna lead with emotion. So we'll do emotional to lead into the next story. And then PS, I always ask for PS. All right. And then what you're gonna do is you're gonna do this for a series of like 3 to 5 days. You get to add the address, guys, by the way, too. So I just use my P.O. box or home address. It's okay. I'm just not going to do that now so you guys don't find out where I live. But you have to fill that out before this goes live. All right, so emotional selling, right? Then we're going to wait a day. Conditions, wait. We'll do 1 day. And then we're going to do send an email. We're going to create a new email. This one is going to be logical. So what's their most logical step? Like, how can they actually go out there and learn what you did to go out and do the thing? All right, so logical story in this email next, and save and exit. All right, then we're gonna do again, wait a day. And you guys can change these for hours or days, however you want. I always do like 1 day for my emails. And then you're gonna go to your third step. And if I'm moving fast, don't worry, you guys can go back and watch this. I wanna keep it moving. This is gonna be fear selling. Create. Past campaigns. I always use my past campaigns because they already are outlined the way I want them to be. So we're gonna say, don't miss out, right? We're gonna fear of loss them, give them scarcity. We're not scaring them, we're just trying to get them to take action. So last chance, fear, scarcity, story, email. All right. This is their last chance. Doug PS. And I don't do PS on every email, by the way, guys. Just I don't overplay that, because if you overplay it, they're not gonna do it every time. On the first email and like the couple throughout your sequences is good. All right, next. Save and exit. All right. So now they're going through your soap opera sequence. If you guys want to, of course, you could do what I did before. And like, you know, if you want to segment them, if they open the email, yes or no, you could take them down other emails to get them the chances of opening it. So that's just going to increase your open rate. So for example, if you wanted to do, right, we wait 1 day, and then we could do conditions if else. Let's say the action has opened. If they have not opened fear selling, then most likely they didn't go through any of the other actions. So we're gonna hit add. So if they did open, we're gonna send them to our Seinfeld sequence, because now they've gone through our entire thing. You can keep going with that if you guys want to, but we're gonna go start an automation. Oops, sorry, cancel. We'll just end this automation. End automation. I want to see what goal does. Yeah, so I'm not sure what that does, so I'm not gonna. All right, so I'm gonna end this automation. And now if they didn't open these emails, let's keep them going. Let's try to keep them open the email. So we could send them another email sequence, create a new one. And this could be like, I don't know, I'd give them, like, I used the title stay. And I go through this whole email like, all right, it looks like you just want to stay where you are. You want to stay living this way. You don't want to enjoy the information I'm giving you to help you out. Like, I kind of guilt trip them, but not, in a unique way. I don't know if you guys have seen that email, but I learned that from Ian Stanley. The guy's a gangster. So we're going to call this like, what's going on? What's going on? So yeah, kind of give them like a hook to open the email, like, hey, is everything okay? Like something like that, right? And this email is to hopefully get them to open your emails and like get them continuing through your email sequence of your soap opera sequence. And now if they don't open this, by this point, like if you keep going, you could end the sequence with the same thing I mentioned earlier. So we'll do if then. I would probably just eventually send them to the next step. You know, if they don't open a series of emails, we'll just get them to the end of the sequence. There we go. All right, so this all loops back to the end. So now this is our soap opera sequence. We're going to go on emotional storytelling, logical storytelling, fear selling, to get them into the next step of our funnel. And whether that's your course, right? What's the next logical step for them? Is it the one funnel away challenge? Like, what are you first trying to sell them? Once you get them hooked into your email sequence and you've given them a bunch of free stuff, what's the first thing you're trying to sell? That's what you're trying to do here in the soap opera sequence. And then once this is over, you know, you're going to have all of your list combined. So that becomes your Seinfeld sequence. So to do a daily broadcast, let me take you guys through a Seinfeld sequence. If you go to campaign, I'm gonna hit create a campaign, and we're gonna call this, I'll give you guys an example of a story from yesterday. So I won ClickFunnels earpods. Oop, they're not ear, they're air. AirPods. Next. So if you have multiple lists, you could just click on everyone in your list. So this is how you send it to, like, if you had joined my Facebook group, opted into my my freebie funnel, bought my book funnel, whatever like email list that you have. Maybe you have a subscribers from blog or other funnels. So you click on every single one you want to send them, and then you're going to hit next. And then it's the same kind of process. We go through and pick a template, and want my free earpods, or that'll be the title. And then we're just going to go through our first. So again, hook, story, offer, Doug. So in this email, the hook is you want to win free earpods. Or it's like, hey, I won free AirPods. Story is, I don't want them. I want you to have them. The offer is, here's how you enter them. All right, if you guys aren't following, I won the blue and red earpods from ClickFunnels. He said, if you sell 100 books this weekend, we're giving all the top affiliates red and blue earpods, the little things that go in your ear you could listen to. You know, they're wireless headphones essentially, and they're airtight, all this cool stuff. And I'm like, I already have those, so I don't really need them. So I designed an offer for you guys today to whoever buys Traffic Secrets with my link, you guys are actually going to get thrown into a bucket, and I'm going to pick a name tomorrow morning, 11 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, and I'm going to raffle off those earpods. And then anyone who buys a second copy of the book, you don't have to buy any upsells. Just if you buy a second copy of the book, you give it to a friend, give it to someone that you know has a business or someone that wants to start one, or raffle it off online like I'm doing. All right, you're gonna get 10 more entries into that bucket. So tomorrow morning, 11 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, I'm doing a raffle. One of you lucky people here that bought the Traffic Secrets book through my link are gonna win that. So I'm really excited to give that to you guys. So that's what this email would say. It's what I sent out this morning. Save and next. Or I could hit next. Here's where you're going to want to put in your physical mailing address. And if you want to schedule this, you could actually schedule it. You pick the date and the time, or you could send it right now. It's going to tell you if it passed the spam check. Mine looks good. Here's your subject line. Once I hit this address stuff, I don't want to put that in front of you guys because I want you guys seeing my address, but it's going to hit send. All right, so then you just send the broadcast out. It'll take a few minutes. Actually, here, let me just show you guys so you can see how it works. I'll do. Let's see. All right, I added my address. All right, cool. So let's share the screen again. I just want to show you how this looks when you send it. So now I'm gonna hit send now. You could test it too if you want to send it somewhere to test it. Send now, send email campaign, and voila, I'm gonna send to my whole list, one person. I think it's me. All right, so that is how we send a broadcast. So now we went over how to create a list, how when you add people to this list. So for example, if you want to add people to this list manually, you could go to import contacts, import from file, and you could just upload, one of these Excel formats that you have. You want to save it .csv. You want to do their first name or their full name, depending on however you set up the file, an email address. Usually the only information pieces I have. And then I would go to import now. All right. As soon as you hit import now, it's going to be added to that list. And as soon as it gets added to that list, it's going to go start an automation that we created. That automation is going to go into your Facebook indoctrination. And then when they finish that, they're going to go to soap opera sequence. All right, so we're going to turn that active on. And then whenever you feel like it, you guys could go through and create a campaign, which is known as a broadcast. You can send out broadcasts to your list. So I know that was a lot in a very short period of time. I hope you guys followed through on that. But it really gives you guys a good basis of how to start creating these front-end funnels that are going to collect leads for you. And then you're going to take those names and emails or phone numbers you're collecting and put it into an Excel sheet. Then you're going to upload it into Active Campaign, which is going to be added to a list. And when they're added to a list, it will start that Active Campaign automation, that email automation going out, known as your indoctrination or your soap opera sequence. Eventually, you're going to start just broadcasting emails every day to those lists.